Hey guys, good morning. Before we start, I need you to see what everyday women just like you created inside of our Cocoa and Crafts event in the Painters Clubhouse. These are not professional artists, they are beginners, hobby painters, busy moms, retirees. And I'm going to show you what they've been making this month. If you've ever said, I'm not creative, I want you to stay right here. This might change your mind. Before we get started, I'm going to grab the a link to our live stream and drop it in our broadcast channel. So if you have not been getting notifications when I go live, comment the word channel, and that will ensure that you get notified whenever I hop on live. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. We're also going to be drawing our Happy Mail winner. We're going to spin the wheel here in a minute. Let me show you what it looks like. Look how fun this is. Oh, where is it? It's not letting me. Maybe it's because this is up here. There we go. Look at this awesome wheel. Over 100 names on this wheel. These are all Painters Clubhouse members. And so we're going to be spinning that wheel here in a bit and seeing who wins our Happy Mail for the month of January. All of our Clubhouse members who participated in painting something and sharing photos with us ended up on that wheel. So good morning, Darla. Hello. I see Sue is here and Debbie. Hey, Wendy. Good morning. Hey, Wanda and Cindy, are you guys still snowed in? Is snow still just blanketing everything? It is here. It is still snowy out. And our main roads are all clear, but our little back road, bless its heart, it's still a solid sheet of ice. Yesterday, Charlie and I drove on it, and we got to go in, and all of a sudden, the van started going sideways, and I was like, oh, it was spinning back the other way, and then it went the other way sideways, and then I'm spinning back. I finally got it straightened out, and thankfully, we didn't end up in a ditch. So I would say my driving skills get 5 stars. Good morning, Linda. Judy's here. Vicky's here. Hello, hello. Hello on YouTube, watching from Oklahoma. All right, let's get into it. If you didn't know, in January, we did a special event inside the Painters Clubhouse called Cocoa and Crafts. It was a solid week, kind of like a workshop where we all got together and we painted and did projects together throughout the week. And so these were our 3 projects that we did that week. And it was kind of nice because after Christmas and New Year's, there's a little bit of like a slump. The weather gets kind of gray and yucky and sad, in my opinion. I like summertime. And then there's like no holidays, right? Nothing exciting to look forward to. And so I created Cocoa and Crafts last year. That was the first year we'd done it. So this was only our second year, as a way to kind of bolster our spirits and get us in like a happy mood after New Year's. And so this kind of like helps us get excited, get back to painting and stuff like that. So, hey, Missy, sorry you hadn't seen me in a while. I was live on Wednesday on Whatnot. And I went live on Tuesday from inside the wood shop. So be sure you comment channel and you'll get notifications when I go live. Let's take a look at what some of our members have created. Like I said, these are women just like you. They're possibly retirees, grandparents, busy moms. Maybe they never painted before, but they joined the Painters Clubhouse and they surprised even themselves with what they were able to create. So first up, we have some of our Be My Valentine door hangers. This was the candy heart frame design. And I love this because we taught a couple of techniques on this. We taught how to do buffalo plaid. If you look closely, you can see the pink buffalo plaid behind the lettering. And then we taught how to like take the colors and make them pastel for each of the candy hearts and how to outline them and things like that. And then we did that fabulous border all the way around. And you can see that several of our members, I see Pam and Rosa and Renee that shared pictures here. They all have like coordinating pieces. So in the clubhouse, we also made this cute little, we call it shot through the heart. And we transferred the template to a wood block. So this is just a 6x6 by 2-inch thick wood block. It's got a chunk of paint right there. And that's not stain. That is paint that we made look like stain. So we did that together as a group. And then we also made a new candlestick topper. And look how pretty this candlestick is, stained to match that block. And this is our cute little Cupid cutie on the top of the block. He's removable with magnet and metal disc. So he just pops right back on there. And so he looks so cute sitting up here on the shelf. Let me show you what they look like together. on the shelf. So up there, it kind of looks like he's shooting at the heart. You know, you can kind of position him so he looks like he's pointing down at that heart if you want to. Now, I don't have my Valentine door hanger like you see here in the craft room with me because I forgot it back at the shop when we were doing the whatnot sale on Wednesday. I brought it back there to kind of have hanging up, and I left it back there. So I don't have it in here today. Good morning, Benny. Hello, Judy and Dawn. Cindy's here and Cinda. And then on YouTube, Luna Wolf says, that's where I found you, whatnot. So seeing what all you do now is awesome. Thank you for finding me over here on YouTube. It was really cool on Whatnot on Wednesday. We had several people like Luna here who had never heard of me before, never painted with me before. And they were just scrolling through Whatnot and happened to find me. And they were like, hey, I'm going to go look you up on YouTube or Facebook. So welcome. We're so excited to have new people. Let's take a look at some more photos. We'll just click through some of these. Y'all, I have like 36 slides. So forgive me if I don't stop and like rave over each and every project because there's so many. So here's Jamie and Melanie and Sherry's projects. Look how awesome these are. If you see your project on here, feel free to drop in the comments and say, that's mine or something. And then we've got Judy. Look, Judy put all her pieces together. She even did like a little beaded hanger on hers. Now that Be Mine heart, I painted that on YouTube and Facebook Live. So if you want the tutorial for that one, it's not inside the private membership. It is on YouTube. I painted it and we attached it to the top of our little candlestick stand that I was talking about. And it pops right on there. So, and I've got it in my dining room right now, so you can't see it. And then Lauren has all of her items displayed in her craft room. They all look fantastic. I tell you, we had so many pictures. And look, here's Cindy Fowler's and Patty Slater's. And then Jacqueline Young took the door hanger design. How cool is this? She took the door hanger design and put it on a hoodie, or no, not a hoodie, a sweatshirt, and painted it. And instead of putting Be My Valentine across the middle of the sign, it says Grammy's Sweethearts. And instead of putting like sweet, kiss me, be mine on the candies, she put each of her grandkids' names. So how cool is that? I just thought that was the most brilliant use of this design. And it goes to show that like you don't have to use a door hanger template only on wood. You could use it on a garden flag. You could use it on a sweatshirt, a wood block. I mean, the options are endless. Good morning, Danetta. She's still working on Christmas designs. It's okay. You're not behind. You're just ahead. You're ahead for next year's Christmas. Whatnot is addictive, isn't it? Good morning, Crystal. Hello, Angel and Kim. Here's some more pictures from our members. Cinda, Mary, and Anita all shared their photos in the Clubhouse. So if you've ever felt like you've been lacking a little bit of inspiration, or you are in the middle of a painting project and you're like, I wish I could see how other people usually paint this or what color they usually use on this part. If you're scrolling through the Clubhouse, you're going to be filled with inspiration like this, because this is all these pictures were in the Painters Clubhouse Facebook group. That's where I got them from. So our membership is amazing. We teach you how to paint and we hang out with you and we celebrate your wins and we do Zoom calls together. Looky here. Robin inspired me. She didn't do buffalo plaid on the background of hers. She did leopard print. How fun is that? Y'all know I love me some leopard print. I got it on my glasses this morning. Sabrina's got her items there, and then so does Laura. These all look so fantastic. Actually, I'm going to zoom in if I can. No, I can't zoom y'all in. I was looking because Laura did something on the background of her Cupid Cutie and on the background of those bows, and it looks like she might have used Miss Pam's little Dippin' Dotties. If you don't know Pam Savage from Young at Heart Creations, she has these little Dippin' Dottie things 3D printed, and then she dips them in the paint and makes like a little texture on the wood. And so it creates like a cute little dot pattern. And so Laura used those on her project. So clever. Good morning, Brenda. They do all look great, don't they, Stephanie? Let's see. Here's some more. Lori Peterson, Kelly Polder, Angie Gray Nolan. I love how you guys all like laid all your items out, took your photos, shared them with us in the Clubhouse. It just, y'all don't know how fulfilling it is to me, for me to teach you guys something like this and then to see the explosion of projects that comes as a result of that. That's also one of the reasons why I love the workshops that we do in the spring and the fall so much, is because, you know, I get to see the immediate result of what I taught, and people are like making progress and feeling confident in themselves. Have any of you guys felt that this month with a project that you did? Felt like, wow, I did something and I couldn't believe I did that. drop a comment and tell us about it. I know so many of you guys, when you joined the Clubhouse, had never painted a door hanger before, or maybe had only painted one with me, like in a workshop. And so if this is something that you feel like drawn to wanting to do, this is the perfect way to do it in a membership like this where you're supported. And painting with a community is going to take you further and help you improve so much faster than trying to do it on your own. Let's look at some more. Joanne George, Cindy Hansen, and Susan Delaney all did fabulous. Susan did her lettering without 3D pieces. So look at that. She painted it with a brush. Beautifully done. My voice sounds a little deeper than usual today, doesn't it? Wanda Heilman traced hers on just a frame shape. So that's another way you can do this. Instead of cutting out your own pieces or buying wood blanks from me, if you have a piece like this that the shape will fit on, you can trace the tracer template on that, and that will allow you to paint it on any kind of surface. So Wanda and Denise and Robin. Cindy said, yay, that was mine. Dawn said, I've done nothing so far. I need to get my booty in gear. That's okay. After the holidays, sometimes you just need a little break. So when you feel ready, Dawn, we'll be ready for you. Cindy said her accomplishment was finally conquering the buffalo plaid. It is so much easier when you follow the steps using the painter's tape and the baby wipes. It's such a win. Good morning, Lauren. Tammy Polk says, I've completed several custom orders, some quite challenging. What was the most challenging one, Tammy? Custom orders can really be a challenge. If you want to grow your painting skills, once you get comfortable with the basics, if you really want to expand your skills quickly, taking custom orders will do that, because people will ask for the most bizarre things to be painted. And you'll be like, can I paint a Yorkie dog? I don't know, but I'm going to try. For me, it was like Spider-Man. Somebody wanted Spider-Man on a door hanger. And I'm like, I can't paint Spider-Man. But you know what? I found a Spider-Man coloring book page and I traced that, and it took me forever. But when I got done, I was way more knowledgeable about how to do something like that. And I had a lot more confidence going forward for the next project. So custom orders are where it's at for sure. Bonnie said, good morning. I joined after that Lola workshop. Lola was our Highland cow door hanger we painted last spring. Pam said, I've gotten so much painted this month. The Cocoa and Crafts was the impetus for this flurry of activity. And since I didn't have any snow flurries in Arizona. Oh, no. Tammy said the dog and the goats. Oh, I would imagine a goat is very challenging to paint, for sure. Patricia said, I was able to keep up with the projects. Yay, Patricia. I know a lot of you guys paint a little slower than I do, and that's totally okay. But if you're challenging yourself to paint faster, one thing you could do is you could pull up a Bob Ross video and be like, I've got to keep up with Bob. Because if you think I paint fast, try following Bob. I did that one time. I challenged myself to not hit the pause button at all, to just paint as fast as he, and it was harder than I expected it to be. So I could be your Bob if you want, and you could challenge yourself to keep up with me. And you might think, well, why would I want to paint that fast? It's not that you want to paint fast, but what that will do for you is it will cause you to have to set your perfectionism aside, like put it on a shelf. Because if you're trying to keep up with the instructor, you can't agonize over that little bitty mistake that you just made. And it forces you to try to move faster and put the perfectionism aside and to just get through that messy middle so that you can get to the end and feel proud of what you created. So if you feel like you've been taking too long to paint, struggling with perfectionism, constantly fixing little mistakes, I want to challenge you to try that. Challenge you to try following an entire tutorial of mine without hitting the pause button and see what happens. Even if it doesn't turn out to be the best door hanger you've ever done, it's going to help you with that perfectionism problem. Good morning, Amy. Crystal got 20 inches of snow in Massachusetts. Oh, my goodness. Lauren said at SA Live last year when I was painting for Heidi, Heidi was the one walking around teaching, and Lauren was like the demo painter on the stage. She said, I kept telling myself, channel your inner Heidi. Just paint. Don't go over it and try to make it perfect. Guess what? They are adorable. You're right. If you just kind of push through and stop agonizing over getting that base coat perfect or getting that line perfectly inside the lines, like, it's way more joyful to just be like light about it, to feel like joyful and moving and constantly and not nitpicking stuff. Brenda said, I was asked to paint a banner with bees for my granddaughter's baby shower, which I have never done. I did it and got a lot of compliments. Oh, that is awesome. Doesn't it feel so good to get feedback like that and to have everybody rave over it? It will do a lot for your self-confidence in your painting abilities, because if you're constantly self-critical about how something looks or the imperfections, other people don't see it that way. Let's take a look at some more photos. Christina Scruggs shared hers, and Michelle Penrod and Kathy Hayes. So many amazing projects. Oh, here's a change of view. These are some other ones, not Coco and Crafts, but maybe designs we've done in the past. Vicki Hill did a few of the designs from Big Box of Blanks or designs she bought on Whatnot. Kathy Blackshear painted the snowman and porch leaner from the Clubhouse that we did in December. So we taught that project back in December. And then Robin Carter shared a fun Mardi Gras design that she painted. And oh my goodness, Robin, that, what's the pattern called? I started to say diamond pattern. Maybe that's what it's called. Argyle, maybe. It turned out amazing. You did a really good job on it. Margarita Portillo did the snowman with, she looks like she added some snow text onto the hat brim. My son just popped in here. You want to come say hi? No. What's up? It's probably Jackie dropping off Charlie. Go check. Go tell to your dad. It may be the guys fixing. Tell your dad.
Oh, well, I saw him walking in front of us, so.
Well, if dad's out there, it's not a problem. It's probably the guys here to fix the heat. Let's see. Pam Savage. This is Miss Pam that we were talking about that makes the little Dippin' Dotties. Are you headed to work?
No, I love you.
Oh, I love you too. Miss Pam is the one who makes the Dippin' Dotties. So you see all her cute little snowflakes on there and all the little dots on her hat. She is very good at adding lots of little personal touches like that. And she painted this on like a serving platter of some sort. Somebody said it was called like a fajita tray. You know, like they put the cast iron skillet in that little oval and it keeps you from burning your hands while you hold it. So I thought that was so clever. Judy Ditch painted the Hello Winter design. We sold a few of those on Whatnot just the other day. So that's really cool to see. Patricia said, I learned how to mix paints to make the color I needed. Isn't that such a valuable skill to have? Once you know that, and you kind of like get better at mixing to make the color you want, it makes it where you don't have to buy 50 million 100 colors. Not that we want to stop doing that because it's fun to buy paint, but it makes it where you always have the color you need because you can make it. Amy says she's in love with that Mardi Gras design, Robin. She loves it. Hey, Tiffany, watching from Turks and Caicos. I bet it's so warm down there where you're at. Are you on vacation? I don't think you live there, but unless I'm thinking of the wrong person, but glad you were able to join us. Hey, Candy. Hello, Teresa. Let's take a look at some more. Cindy Fowler shared this adorable little bouquet of roses with a heart. That is not one of my designs, but we highly encourage you guys to share whatever you're painting, whether it's a design you bought from another maker or something like that, or even if it's a wood blank you pick up from Hobby Lobby, if you paint it, we want to see it. So I love that you guys are sharing stuff like this in the Clubhouse. Janet Hunter there in the middle shared a picture of her granddaughter, Haley. I think it's Haley. Or is it Harley? Janet, if you're here, you'll have to correct me. All of a sudden, I'm getting mixed up. They live thousands of miles apart. One of them lives like in Washington State, and the other one lives in Texas. And they paint together on Zoom every Sunday. How special is that? And so that is the Big Box of Blanks snowman that we sent to Janet and to, I think it's Haley. And so they painted that together, and there's a picture of her with her project. And then the one on the right there is Janet's project. So I love that this is something they can do to connect with one another and spend time together. Sabrina painted several designs to include a love with a dog paw on it. A latte. That latte love design is a Valentine's design that was taught by a guest artist, Jennifer Radin from Canvas Sign Designs. And I think she taught it maybe 2 years ago in the Clubhouse. So if you like projects like that, you can still access those projects and templates inside our member library and paint those at any time, even if they were from last year, the year before, 5 years ago, which, by the way, the Painters Clubhouse is turning 8 years old this spring. Can you believe it? Tiffany said, yes, I live here and it's actually not warm. Really? The weather turned cool. Well, it is 20 degrees here in Kentucky, so I'm sure it's warmer there. Enjoy it for me, okay? Soak up some sun if there is any. Let's see. Sabrina painted the XOXO design. This is an older design. It's like hugs and kisses. And she painted it really fun. She did like a checkerboard pattern on one of the X's, but it's also got some hearts. It looks like on the X, she took something that was circular and like almost did like a fun stamping pattern to create. And then I can't tell what she did on the bottom kiss. Sabrina, if you're here, is that foil or is that like texture? Sometimes you can take like a garbage sack or something like that and create texture by pouncing paint. And so that's really fun too. So, but it also could be a really fun foil. I'm not sure. Let's see. In the middle there, we've got Tammy Polk. She shared this beautiful little velveteen rabbit design. That is not one of my designs. I don't know. Tammy may have come up with that on her own. It looks so cute. And then on the right there, Tammy created that 250th celebration. If you didn't know, America is turning 250 years old this year. And so Tammy has been working on some designs to celebrate America's 250th birthday. I think we are working on coming out with a 250th design for the month of April. So that's coming soon. Haley and I were picking out paint colors last night for the next project, Janet says. Okay, it is Haley. I don't know why my brain suddenly said Harley, and then I was like, that's not right. It's Haley. Moving right along, there's another 250th one from Tammy there in the middle. I think she designed these templates herself using AI, so that's super cool. Rosa painted a snowman, and then that one on the left there is also Tammy's. Tammy, I think you have been on a painting marathon. Almost all these pictures on this page and this page are yours, so that is so impressive. Thank you for sharing them with us. Barbara painted the brushstroke bunny from the Painters Clubhouse from a couple years ago. If you like this design, it is in the Painters Clubhouse member library. Lauren Martin did the love disco heart, and I saw one of her posts where she shared before and after adding the lines to the heart. And she's like, this is proof that you got to make it through that messy middle, because before you add the lines to that little disco heart, you're looking at it and you're like, oh, this is a hot mess. I don't know how we're ever going to get to a place where I like what I've created. I got a lot of congestion, sorry. And then once she got those added, got the lettering added, she was like, wow, like, I can't believe I did this. And she said, this one was a challenge. Darcy shared a beautiful, what state is that? Is it, I'm going to guess Iowa? I'm terrible at naming states based on just their shape without any other context. Let me zoom in. She may tell us. She did not tell us in the post. So is it Iowa, y'all? I don't know. Don't give me a states quiz. I will fail. Okay, Sabrina said it's Minnesota. Oh, see, I have no idea. If we go back to Sabrina's design with the XOXO, she said it was foil that messed up, but I made it work. And the circles were old shot glasses dipped in paint. Sabrina, that is so cool. Thank you for sharing it with us. And honestly, we never would have known that foil messed up if you hadn't told us. So I think it looks cool. Wendy says, does Pam Savage have a site to get the Dippin' Dottie? She does not have a website. I've tried to convince her for years to get one. She has a Facebook page, Young at Heart Creations. And I think you can just message her on there and order one. Okay, now they're saying it's Arkansas. All right, Arkansas or Minnesota? Or is it Iowa, like I said? I'm going to Google and see what state this is. Arkansas state shape. We're going to Google this. We're going to settle. It is Arkansas. Okay, Amy, you led me astray. I guessed wrong first. I guessed Iowa. Iowa's not shaped like that, like at all. So I don't know. Oh, well, moving right along. You got to be able to laugh at yourself. Sabrina shared the cutest little Volkswagen Bug. This was a design I taught in the Clubhouse a few years ago, and it's still one of my favorites for Valentine's Day. So cute. So thank you for sharing that one. Stephanie Underwood shared her Be Mine heart, and it looks like I can't tell if she did that one in door hanger size. Oh, she said she won it on Whatnot. So this is what she did during the Cocoa and Crafts Week. I bet that one's the door hanger size then with 3D lettering. We did that one on Whatnot, sold that one on Whatnot. And then Sandy Insco shared the Chill Out Winter is Here. That is one of our designs. I've never actually painted that one live. And I feel like after looking at this, Okay. Can y'all hear me? Shoot. My laptop died. Okay. Am I here? Why can't y'all see me? Hold on. I'm having technical difficulties. Microphone settings. No. Okay. Hello. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Why can't I can't see myself? That's so strange. I think it's glitching out. Okay, you can hear me, but you can't see me. Okay, well, maybe I can get it to work here in a second. My laptop died. I really need something that just pops up on the screen and warns me when my laptop's going to die. There I am. What in the world? I need something that's like a big red warning. Your phone's about to go dead or your laptop's about to go dead. That's the second time in a week that my device has died midway through a live or a whatnot. So, I I need that little battery bar to be way bigger. Can you see and hear me okay now? Okay, Vicky says there you are. Okay, good. Me and the technical difficulties all the time, y'all. Let me go back to the latest comment. Yes, okay. Anyway, like I was saying, Sandy did such a good job on this little snowman with I love the little fringy hat and all the details on the scarf. And after seeing that, I'm like, I think we need to have Sandy be a guest instructor in the clubhouse and teach us how to make our cute little furry hats look like that. So, Sandy, I may be reaching out to you at some point. Great job on this. Okay, I'm so glad y'all can see and hear me now. Back to regularly scheduled programming. Sabrina painted the Teacher with Flair design and the Best Teacher Ever heart. These are probably designs she got from us on Whatnot because I remember selling those lately. I love the leopard print that she did on the Teacher with Flair mug. Great job on the shadowing of that too. The tutorial for that one, actually for both of those, is on YouTube. Pam Savage shared a really cute round design that kind of has a pencil background look to it. It says Mrs. McDougal with 3D lettering. Great job on that, Miss Pam. Christy Searcy shared her Be My Valentine design. And if you look closely, instead of painting that one on a door hanger, she painted it inside of a wood frame. So that was a really clever use of that template. That snowman is so cute, isn't it? Okay, moving right along. Tammy Polk again. Tammy has been so busy. Look at these two. She did one with a fisherman bobber and fish in a tackle box. And then another one of the cutest little goose in a dress and apron that I have ever seen. It's a porch goose. She said, I designed this several pretties from holidays to seasonal. So great job on that, Tammy. I love it. And then Judy Shields shared the cutest little weenie dog carrying some Valentine's chocolates she added a handkerchief around its neck and added a beautiful beaded bow hanger. Linda Helser shared this one that says love is kind with the cross. Beautiful job on that. I really like the texture on that cross. She said, I originally planned on painting the cross dark brown, but the original pattern had leopard on the cross. Tom, her husband, isn't a fan of leopard print, so I used wood filler to fill in the etched lines. Okay, pro tip here, y'all. If you have a etched door hanger and it has a pattern on it that you don't care for or lettering that you want to remove, you can use wood filler to cover up that area and then just sand it lightly. It will fill in those etched lines and then you can come back to it and paint whatever you want on it. So that's one way to kind of alter an etched door hanger. Thank you for sharing that with us, Linda. That is such a great tip. Tammy Anderson shared the cutest little bulldog holding a football. But what she did was she flipped it and painted the jersey on the back side like it's the back of the bulldog's head. I just thought that was so, so smart. And then Angela Gill did something I've never seen done before. She added lighting to a door hanger. So it looks like, what do you call that? It's like that tube lighting. It's kind of like neon lighting, like LED neon, but a little different maybe. I don't know. Really cool. Candy loves your goose design, Tammy. Tammy is rocking it. She has done so good lately. Hello, Via on YouTube. She said, I need to learn to paint. Well, you are in the right place, my girl. If you will comment START26, I will go over to YouTube and send you my freebie of, it's a free door hanger basics guide that will walk you through everything you need to know to kind of get started. That goes for all of you on Facebook too. If you comment START26, I'll send you that freebie, and that's a good way for you to kind of dip your toes in and get started with everything. But you're in the right place. I am the perfect person to teach you how to paint. Candy says, great tip. So thank you for sharing that, Linda. And then Pam says, you can buy those blanks with lights. Oh, I had no idea. I did not know that. So thank you for sharing that with me. Where do you get them? Is it Hobby Lobby? Huh. Learn something new every day. Tammy Newton, or not Tammy, sorry. Tammy was on a kick. I can't quit saying Tammy's name. Sherry Newton shared a bunch of projects. She said, I've been a little busy. She's already been painting her big box of blanks projects. Sabrina Yon said, I'm moving on to St. Patty's Day. She painted the shoe horse. That's not right. Horseshoe, not shoe horse. Horseshoe with the lucky banner. I painted that one years ago. That one's an old one, but I love seeing that pop up. And then Tammy Anderson is getting caught up on Christmas projects. She painted the Santa's Magic Key that I did on YouTube a couple weeks ago, or about a month ago, really. Oh, Candy's saying those lighted wood pieces are at Walmart. I've got to go check out the craft section at Walmart. I haven't been in a while. Patty Slater painted some of the Be Mine hearts into a couple different sizes. Linda Helser found a project she didn't realize she still had. It was some of these cute little stands that say Merry with Christmas trees on one side and then have skates on the other. And they're on these adorable little pedestals with a glass knob on top. That was a project from SA Live 2024, I think. So Linda found those in her craft stash and was like, might as well paint them today. Tammy Anderson shared a beautiful anchor design. Great job on that one. Oh, and then there's some picture of me and my husband out in the snow. We did get out and go sledding with the kids. And if you didn't see my fun little graphic that I created using ChatGPT, it forecasted the winter storm and how many projects you ought to be able to get done during that storm. So if this whole slideshow wasn't evidence of that, I don't know what is, because we had a lot of projects get done this month. Here's a few more. Sabrina Yon did the stacked trio of shamrocks with, it says Lucky and Blessed. That's a design that's in our shop. I've never actually painted that one before, so it's fun to see that one. Robin Carter painted the XOXO. So there's two different ones here. They're very similar. Both of them have the X's, but on one, you've got a heart and a disco ball. The other one is the two kisses. So a couple different versions there. Kathy Hayes painted a Mardi Gras design and her Valentine's Cocoa and Crafts designs. Tiffany says, do I find you on Facebook, or you can type START26 here? Yeah, I'll come over to YouTube after this is over and send you the link on YouTube. But if you're on Facebook, you can come friend me, find me, follow my page on Facebook as well. Kenletta, it'll have to be like this, START26, not 2026. So yeah, and I'll send you the door hanger basics guide. Judy Ditch painted our Highland cow for Valentine's Day. Have y'all seen this? We've sold several of these on Whatnot lately. I love this one. It's called Cupid Clara because it's Highland cow as a Cupid, of course. Christina Sharp painted a couple of really cute Valentine's designs, and so did Robin Sharp. Are you guys related? Robin did a fun little alligator for Mardi Gras. It says, here for the king cake. And then the other one says something about Le Bon Temps Rouleur. I never know how to say that. It's another design in our shop for Mardi Gras, but great job on both of those. Jennifer Dallas painted the Be My Valentine, but hers is a little different. Did you notice that the pattern along the outside almost looks like candy? So let me go back to one of our other ones so you can kind of see the difference. See how the one in the top right that Kathy did? That's the way I taught it, with the hot pink, or not hot pink, the darker pink and the white. But then Jennifer did it with the same colors as the candies. I thought that was so clever, so cute. Linda Helser has been dreaming of summertime, apparently. She got out another older project. This is the, what's this one called? It was the summertime heart. Yeah, summertime heart. That's what it's called. And it's got some tropical flowers along the side. But instead of putting summertime on it, she put welcome. She said, I think it was her. Was it you, Linda, that told me that sometimes putting hello summer, hello spring, stuff like that on a design causes it to not to sell as well in your area, because it kind of like makes people feel like that door hanger can only hang up for those months. And so doing something like this allows people to kind of leave it up longer. So that's clever. Cindy Fowler shared some fun lake life door hangers and a gnome and other designs that she's been working on. Love those. Robin must live in Louisiana for sure. We don't really celebrate Mardi Gras here in Kentucky, or I don't. Ooh, look at this one that's Mardi Gras that Sabrina did. What fun colors are on this. I love this color, like this whole color palette makes me want to paint that on some kind of door hanger. So great job on that, Sabrina. And Danetta Mattingly shared that she finally got around to painting her Christmas ornaments from our ornament set that we sold last fall. Margarita Portillo shared her XOXO design from the Big Box of Blanks, as well as Melanie Johnson. And then Sherry Newton shared her Hello Spring design from the Big Box of Blanks. I love seeing all of these. If you're watching this and wondering what is BBB, what is Big Box of Blanks, it's a subscription box that we send out once a quarter. And lots of our Painters Clubhouse members are subscribers. So not only are they painting with us during the regular Painters Clubhouse projects each month, but they are also painting Big Box of Blanks projects, which adds on an extra pretty much it's one extra project a month by doing this, because we only send one box a quarter. So it's a fun way to kind of add on to your Painters Clubhouse experience. Judy Shields shared her XOXO, and then this is her whole Big Box of Blanks. So look, she did a beaded hanger on each one of them. Also, if you did not know, apparently you can buy long strands of these beads at Hobby Lobby and get them dirt cheap because they come on like one big long strand. So if you didn't know that, you should go check it out at your Hobby Lobby. A lot of our Clubhouse members have been snagging those up. Melissa said, I love the spring one. I can't wait till spring. Yeah, after Christmas is over, I'm all about painting Valentine's and spring and Easter designs, because I'm like, bring back all the colors. These are my favorite colors: the pink, the teal, the purple, the orange. Obviously, my branding is very pink, teal, purple. You can see around here. I love, but what's funny is I do get tired of that. And then by the time fall rolls around, I'm like, yes, we get to paint pumpkins and orange and all this stuff. And then I get tired of that. And then I'm like, yes, red and green and Christmas. And so it's funny. I guess I really do need the seasons, even though I complain about winter. I do like change. Vanita said she got some of her beads at 50% off. What a score. I'll have to go check my Hobby Lobby for some. Cindy Fowler shared some pictures. These are some Clubhouse wins. This is from a paint party that she had with 8 painters. She said it was so fun and the door hangers look awesome. So they all did these fun Valentine and spring door hangers. What a great party. Candy says you can also find these wood bead strings at the Dollar Tree. Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't been to my Dollar Tree in a minute. I need to go. Pam says, I got a Christmas natural wood bead garland on clearance at Hobby Lobby. Oh, nice. Yep, we're all going to have to go to the Hobby Lobby and the Dollar Tree. Oh, shucks. You have to twist my arm. And then each month we select a rock star of the month. And so our rock star of the month was Sabrina Yawn. So congrats to Sabrina. Actually, this was the one for December. January's is probably being announced as we speak. And then we also do Zoom paint parties together and stuff. You can see all of us waving in the little photo there. That was the Zoom from Cocoa and Crafts that we did back in I started to say back in January. Technically, we're still in January for another day, which reminds me, I saw a meme the other day that said, one thing about January, it's going to make you feel every one of them 31 days. It's like, that is so true. Well, January feels like it feels like 2 months worth of months in 1 month. It's so long. I'm like, bring on March. March is where I light up. That's my birthday month. It's spring. The flowers start blooming. My pool will be opened by the end of March. March makes me happy. We're not far from that. We're only like 30 days away. I can make it that much longer. Lauren said, yes, I feel every single one of them. I'm not convinced we will be back in school on Monday. I know, I'm not either. And I'm like, if we keep staying out of school, we're going to be making up so many days at the end of May. And I'm mad at our school. Well, that's a conversation for a whole nother day. They didn't do NTI. They should have, because now we're going to be going to nearly into June. Anyway, that's a whole soapbox I could get on. While we're on this page, the Happy Mail giveaway reminded me I want to spin the wheel. So let me find my screen that has the Happy Mail wheel on it. And we're going to spin the wheel and find a winner for our Happy Mail giveaway. So everybody who completed a project in January and shared a photo with us is on this wheel. Look at all the names. All right. So ready? Drum roll. Hang on. I have a button for that. Drum roll. I didn't actually hear it, so my volume must not have been up. Here we go. Ready? Boom. Who's going to win? Judy Shields. Congratulations, Judy. You are our Happy Mail winner. I'm so happy for you, Judy. We're going to be sending you a February companion pack. If you don't know what a companion pack is, that is our monthly kit, if you will, for the projects that we're going to be doing in the Painters Clubhouse. So I'm looking forward to that. So without further ado, here's the projects we're going to be painting in February in the Painters Clubhouse. First up, we've got a bunny basket tutorial, and me and Lauren are going to co-teach this one. So it's really fun when she and I are on camera together and we get to do a project like this. So I'm excited about this one. Got a little bunny or a peep in there with a couple carrots and eggs in this fun little basket with the grass. So I'm going to be teaching that one with Lauren. And then I'm also co-teaching the Spring is in the Air design with Jennifer Radin. So I'm going to be teaching the background with the florals, and then I'm going to tag Jennifer in, and she's going to teach the hand lettering portion of this. So if you've struggled with hand lettering, Jennifer Radin is the guest expert on painting hand lettering on wood signs. So she's from Canvas Sign Designs. Go follow her. So let me know, which one of these are you most excited to paint? Bunny basket or Spring is in the Air? Drop a comment and let me know. Lauren said, congrats, Judy. Sorry, I misspelled your name. Lauren, you had over 100 names to enter. I'm pretty sure your fingers were probably on fire or smoking while you were typing all those names into that wheel. It was so full of names. March is the best, isn't it? Pam loves the bunny basket. So does Michelle, and Jacqueline loves Spring is in the Air. Tammy, how did we know you were going to say both? You've painted every single design I think we've ever released just in the last month. Just giving you a hard time. Cindy says the bunny basket. So Carrie says Spring is in the Air. So it really just kind of depends. I feel like they kind of have a similar paint color palette going on here, which is really cool. Brenda says both. Susan says the bunny basket. I think we're all ready for flowers and spring and fun and colors. So I'm looking forward to this. So if you want to join us in the Painters Clubhouse, you can comment PC info and I'll send you information on how to sign up. But if you're not sure if you're quite ready for that yet, I'm going to advise that you comment START26, because I'm going to send you that free door hanger basics guide. So if watching these projects lit a little creative spark in you, don't ignore that feeling. Don't shove it down. You don't have to figure this out alone. You can start with that basics guide, get your feet, get your feet wet with it. That's what I'm trying to say. And kind of step into it little by little. And then next thing you know, you'll be like Tammy, painting 50 million designs in 1 month. Barbara loves them both. Thank you, guys. I'm so excited about that. I'll be sharing information about the companion pack in the Clubhouse later today, so look for that. And I hope y'all have a wonderful and safe weekend. Stay warm, stay safe on the roads, and let's try to get our kids back to school next week. All right. Bye, y'all.